Ambassador Philaris of the Galactic Council stood before the assembled representatives of the Zephyrian Empire, his crystalline form shimmering with urgency. The towering aliens barely paid attention, their four eyes focused on holographic displays showing their latest territorial acquisitions. "You must reconsider your expansion into the Sol system," Philaris pleaded, his voice resonating through the Grand Chamber. "The humans are not what they appear to be. Their homeworld may seem primitive, but—" "Silence, Crystal Speaker," interrupted War Chief Kralthak, his massive frame casting shadows across the marble floor. The Zephyrians were apex predators from a high-gravity world, standing 12 feet tall, with armored carapaces that had evolved to withstand their planet's crushing atmospheric pressure. "We have conquered 47 star systems. These humans barely have functional space travel." The other Zephyrian commanders chittered in agreement. Their intelligence reports showed Earth as a blue-green world inhabited by soft-skinned bipeds who still used chemical rockets and had only recently established a few colonies in their own solar system. To warriors who had subjugated entire galactic sectors, humanity appeared laughably inferior. "That is precisely why you should be concerned," Philaris warned. "Species that seem weak often survive for reasons you cannot fathom. The humans have endured ice ages, asteroid impacts, and countless wars among themselves. They are—" "Enough," Kralthak's voice boomed. "We attack at dawn." 3 standard days later, the Zephyrian war fleet arrived at the edge of Earth's solar system. 50 dreadnoughts, each the size of a small moon, bristling with plasma cannons and gravitational disruptors. Their formation was flawless, their technology centuries ahead of anything humanity possessed. Admiral Jake Thompson watched the alien fleet from the bridge of humanity's flagship, the modest destroyer Defiance. At his side stood Captain Maria Santos and Commander David Kim, their faces grim but determined. "Sir, their smallest ship outguns our entire fleet," Santos reported. "Conventional engagement would be suicide." Thompson nodded slowly. "Good thing humans stopped fighting conventionally about 3,000 years ago." He opened a channel to the scattered human vessels hiding throughout the asteroid belt. "All units, execute Operation Underdog." The Zephyrians expected a direct assault, ship-to-ship combat where their superior firepower would decide the battle within hours. Instead, they found themselves fighting ghosts. Human ships appeared and vanished like phantoms, using the solar system's natural phenomena to their advantage. They hid in asteroid fields, used Jupiter's radiation to mask their signatures, and employed the sun's gravitational well to slingshot around at impossible angles. When the Zephyrians fired their massive weapons, they hit empty space. When they pursued, they found themselves separated from their formation, picked off by coordinated attacks from multiple directions. "How are they moving so unpredictably?" War Chief Kralthak demanded as his flagship shuddered under fire from 3 different vectors simultaneously. "Sir, they're not following any standard tactical doctrine," his tactical officer replied, mandibles clicking nervously. "Their patterns appear random, but they're consistently exploiting our positioning errors before we realize we've made them." What the Zephyrians didn't understand was that humans had spent millennia fighting each other. Every trick, every deception, every desperate gambit had been tried, tested, and refined through countless conflicts. Guerrilla warfare, asymmetric tactics, psychological operations, all were as natural to humanity as breathing. Commander Kim's squadron used a maneuver that would have been recognized by any Earth pilot. They flew directly toward the sun, forcing the Zephyrians to follow or lose them. At the last moment, the human ships used solar collectors to absorb energy and redirected it into a massive electromagnetic pulse that fried the aliens' sensitive navigation systems. Captain Santos led a boarding action that relied on an ancient human principle. If you can't outfight them, outthink them. Her Marines used the Zephyrians' own size against them, moving through maintenance shafts too small for the massive aliens, striking critical systems and vanishing before retaliation was possible. Within 6 hours, the mighty Zephyrian fleet was scattered, damaged, and demoralized. War Chief Kralthak found himself facing Admiral Thompson across a communication link, his proud carapace scorched and cracked. "Ow," was all the alien commander could ask. Thompson's expression was sympathetic but firm. "We've been fighting wars since we learned to make tools, Chief. Against predators, against nature, against each other. You might be bigger and stronger, but we've had thousands of years to learn that winning isn't about size. It's about adaptation." As the defeated Zephyrian fleet limped away from human space, Ambassador Thalaris received their surrender transmission. He sighed, his crystalline form dimming with exhaustion. Another species had learned the hard way what the Galactic Council had tried to tell them. In the vast cosmos, it was rarely the strongest who survived, it was the most adaptable.